Hi, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 2024 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out immensely, and it gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, who is still punishing me for having to take time off to take care of my sick family members. So, thank you all so very much. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. Okay, what's really cool here, and I know you're going to be like, Dane, all these cards are reversed. The only one that's in the upright position is the Seven of Cups. Like, that's not cool. But it is. There's a real sense of release during this moon, and that makes perfect sense. I mean, this is the new moon in Aquarius. So we're in the Aquarius time frame with the sun. Of course, we'll be in the Aquarius time frame with the new moon, and that is powerful. And I highly suggest you check out the video I did on the astrology of this new moon. I have it linked in the description box below if you're interested, because it is a powerful, beautiful, intense moon that really brings us forward in a way that kind of gives us a little kick in the tush to say, move forward, go after what you want, look at what you desire. And it brings our subconscious mind kind of to our consciousness. It's kind of like, okay, where does your mind wander off to? Because that's what you're manifesting. And if it wanders off to, I'm stressed, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do this, we're going to see that's what we're manifesting. But if it wanders to this place of like, no, I got this, it's okay, that's what you're going to be manifesting. So just be very aware of this because you're being led by dreams during this time. Absolutely. We have the Seven of Cups here, and there's a lot of dreams. There are a lot of opportunities coming your way, and it's like, I could do this, I could do that. Like, oh, what about this? What about that? But our dreams are coming to the forefront of ourselves, and we're going to see ourselves starting to connect, starting to heal, starting to bring dreams that we either thought were too precious, that we kept them on the shelf, or we thought were like there was no more time for them, right? Life has taken over. My dreams, they don't matter anymore. We're going to see how wrong we actually are. And it brings us to the Three of Wands. This isn't about new horizons. This isn't about things coming in, going out. As much as we want this time to be all about the external, it's really going to be all about the internal. Now, if we have Taurus energy in our life, if we have Taurus energy in our chart, are we going to get on with this Taurus energy very well? Not really. Not really. We're going to butt heads a bit. So do be mindful about this. If it's part of our personality, we're going to be kind of in conflict with that part of our personality. So again, be aware of this. With the Hierophant, there is this real sense of structure and order. And remember, the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is the Pope, right? And that's the King of Kings. That's the person who could tell kings and even emperors what to do. So just be very aware of this during this time, that we're kind of bucking against a system, bucking against, this is the way it's supposed to be. This is the way it has to be. So being open to this is going to be a very powerful thing, but also we're letting go of certain structures that aren't right for our lives. We are also going to be looking at, what do I need to follow for me? And it can be that we're kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater type of deal, where it's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do and I'm just going to wing it. No, we need to connect with our inner selves. The Seven of Wands reversed is very important. Now we have the repeat of the number 7 here, and that's important because what we're going to be seeing is, once in the upright position, right, one's reversed, we're going to be seeing a lot of truth coming forward. All right, we're going to be figuring out what is the truth for us. Like, what do I like to do? What do I need to do? What's right for me? What isn't right for me? That type of deal. We're going to be seeing lies coming forward. Now, do note that if you ever lie, like, not if you ever lie, but lying during this moon gets called out so fast. So just be mindful about this. From this, it's going to be from new moon to full moon, so not too long a period of time, but long enough to be annoying. So just be aware. With the Three of Swords, we are going to have this sense of heartbreak and pain and disappointment that's leaving. It's going to be like a release, and it's going to be like the sharp release of pain. And that in and of itself can be a bit overwhelming. So do be aware of that. The Hangman reverse, we're questioning ourselves. We're questioning ourselves a lot during this time. We're going to think, oh my gosh, it's all me. And it's not. There needs to be a connection with your heart, a connection with what you love, and a connection with your soul. That's going to be a very, very, very important thing. Okay. So let's see what what Spirit has to say. Now, if you are interested in, excuse me, I'm going to cough. Oh, I apologize. If you are interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a, what do you put? Put a heart. There we go. Put a heart in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random on the 1st of March. So good luck to everyone. Do not be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box pretending to be me. It will not be me. So do be aware of that. Also, if you're interested in purchasing a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, my website is linked in the description box below, and I have a sale going, not a sale, but a special going on of a mini reading, which is being offered by popular request. So if you are interested in purchasing a mini reading, then check out my website, because that's a limited time deal. So there we go. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is goddess energy. Yeah, listen to your inner goddess, which sounds very, kind of like out there. Like, how do you interpret that? Listen to your inner healing. Listen to your inner grace. Listen to your inner beauty. That is going to be a very important thing during this time. The inner goddess energy is, how are you connecting with this earth? How are you healing yourself? How are you nurturing yourself? We do have the repeat of the number 3. This is reverse. So 3 is a very creative number, and we can be feeling not as creative as we want to be, or questioning our own creativity. I'm just going to take a sip of water, so excuse me for a moment. All right. Now let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Ooh. And spirit guides. Here we have angels and masters. These are your angels and your spirit guides being right there with you. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. Know that their wings are wrapped around you. Know that you are protected, and know that you are deeply loved. And they definitely want you to know that. Our subconscious, no, goodness, sorry about that. That's subconscious. Our energy to be mindful of during this time, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. These two? Okay. It's the Hermit and the 2 of Pentacles. So the Hermit is Virgo energy. It can be mindful of Virgo energy during this time, yes, but also be mindful of pulling too deeply into yourself. You are going to be overwhelmed, and there's an energy of being overwhelmed around this new moon, and it's like overwhelmed and overburdened. So be mindful about this too, that you're going to take on too much. You're going to get overburdened, like put too much on your plate, and then be like, that's it, I can't do it. And we're just going to want to run away. And when we have the Hermit reverse, it's either we can go too deeply into ourselves, which will not be a good thing. It's kind of like shut out everything else. Or we can be like, that's it, I'm going to be in the midst of everything, right? I'm going to be in the middle of everything. So we do have to be mindful about that as well, because we can go from one extreme to another. Okay. So here we have the 7 of Cups. We are crowned with this real expanse of dreams coming into play, this real expanse of, what do I want? What inspires me? What brings me forward? Where do I need to be? What am I looking for within my life? And that's a very big thing. We are going to be looking at our joys, things that bring us joy. The statement "Follow your bliss" by Joseph Campbell is going to be huge for us during this new moon. It's like, what do you love? What do you love? And you're just going to be kind of hearing that echo around you during this time. What do you love? What do you love? What do you love? And now's the time to say what you love. Now's the time to bring those dreams that were hidden away, that we thought might never come true, and say, why not? And Spirit's going to tap you on the shoulder really, quite extensively during this time, and be like, hey, listen, listen, connect. This is a sign. And we can be those people who say, oh my gosh, I'm not one of those people who believe everything is a sign. Or we can be those people who believe everything is a sign and everything is interwoven. I believe believing in signs is a lot more fun. So let's do so. Let's spirit be an integral part of our lives and see where it takes us. With the 3 of Wands reversed, this is not it being in the outside world. And that's also one of the things to be mindful of with the Hermit. When the Hermit is in the place of being mindful of, or reverse, it's like, well, that's it. I'm going to be in the midst of everything, right? And here, it's very much connecting with yourself. It's not going to be out there. We're going to want it to be out there. We're going to really think, oh my gosh, the answers are going to come out there, but they're not. They're going to come in ourselves. And it's going to be very powerful. It's going to be very important to connect with us, because we might actually be experiencing setbacks from the outside world. And it's like, okay, be aware of that, but do not let it stop you. There is a sense also of going against top-down structure, of needing to find your own path, your own way of doing things. You're going off the beaten path. So just be mindful about this. If we have Taurus energies in our lives or Taurus in our chart, this is going to be a time where we can experience fear or doubt or questioning. So being aware of this energy is going to be super important to us. There is a sense of, how do I move forward for me? Where is it that I want to be? What is it that I desire? And we're really having to look at ourselves and find those answers. Again, we're going to want them to come outwardly, but it's going to be inwardly that everything matters. But there's certain structures or certain things that we thought, oh, this holds the answer. We're going to be like, no, it doesn't. Or at least it doesn't hold the answer for me right now. We then have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is, I'm done with the fighting. Like, we're done with the fighting. We're done with the fighting. We're done with the having to prove ourselves. It's like, I know my worth. I know it. What am I fighting for? It doesn't mean we don't stand up for ourselves and, really, hold true to what we believe in. But if we fight everyone all the time and our energy is constantly on alert, like, I like to picture it as always having a clenched fist. This is exhausting. This is exhausting, and I've just been doing this for seconds, right? This, not exhausting. So if your energy is a clenched fist, we are already having our energy drained. We are already starting off exhausted. And Spirit's like, stop. Stand for what you believe in. Look at what it is that you want. But the battles, the endless battles, we have to stop it. And we could be saying, and I know somebody's saying, well, how do you get anything done then? It is by embracing peace. And it sounds so naive and Pollyanna and, ridiculous. It's like, fine, you can say that. Everything's hunky-dory for you in your world. And I'm like, if you believe that about me, I'm so happy I project that. That is awesome. But it's not always smooth sailing. And if you sit there, and I know it from personal experience, if you sit there in a place of just like constant fear, constant anger, constant frustration, okay, when's the next shoe going to drop? You don't enjoy your life at all. Everything just passes you by. And it's exhausting. It's just draining. And part of the connection with Spirit, part of the connection with ourselves, knowing that we are safe, is like, I got you. It's time to start going after your dreams. It's time to start believing in yourself. Yeah, you've had setbacks. Absolutely. There was a time here, Aquarius, you went for it, most definitely, and you got rejected and you got shot down and it didn't work. But it doesn't mean we give up. It doesn't. And it brings us to the Three of Swords. We're releasing heartbreak, pain, and disappointment. We are releasing it, and we are like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not having my pain define my future, my life, and myself. And these are going to be 3 major pains, 3 major disappointments, 3 major heartbreaks that we're like, no, I'm just not being pulled down that way anymore. And it's going to feel scary. It can feel a little bit like free falling. So just being mindful about that is going to be really important. When we release ourselves, it could be like, okay, what's next? Or, okay, again, when does the next shoe drop? When is everything going to fall apart? We do have to take time for the wounds to heal. When the swords are pulled out, that just makes sense. But we need to be kind to ourselves. And we need to start laughing and enjoying and expressing and living in love. That's what an Aquarius is all about, living in love. And it brings us to the Hangman reversed. We're questioning ourselves. We're doubting ourselves. And that's fine. When we're in our own time frame, it happens. It happens. We question ourselves. We doubt that we can move forward the way that we want to. We look at things. We're hypercritical. It's a little bit more intense and it's a little bit more, kind of me focused. But to question ourselves into not knowing where we stand, that's not okay for us. So here, it's like, how am I looking at things differently? Why am I looking at things differently? Where do I need to move forward in? Like, how do I need to move forward? Where do I need to move forward? What do I need to see? what do I want? And just asking yourself, what do you want? And it's not what I want to accumulate. It's not what I want to buy. It's not, anything like that. It's like, what do I want soul wise? What is happiness to me? What is it that I desire? And we're going to see that this moon, as much as it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt to us, is going to hold such beautiful answers. It really is. It's going to illuminate in such a way that, its lack of illumination is going, because it's a new moon, right? It's going to be splendid. It's going to be beautiful. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Excuse me. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, well, that's lovely. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, so what I love here is that, you have this row of positivity, right? Everything's in the upright position. It's like, okay, moving forward, going after this, got this. And then we have the reverse coming in, we're questioning. And that's going to be a lot of this time for us. We, on the one hand, feel like, I've got this, I can move forward. And on the other hand, are questioning, doubting, and fearing. So that's going to be a very big thing. We have resistance. We have had our dreams crushed before. We have. And that is something that we may be still healing from, but that is something that we've come to the understanding of, right? But our dreams are still growing within us. And it says here, it's time to breathe out. We're not breathing out. We're holding our breath. We are, again, waiting for the next shoe to drop. We're waiting for things to get worse. We're waiting for everything to fall apart. We are watching the news. We are looking at life, and it's like, whoa, things are intense, and they're only getting worse. And that's, excuse me for that, that's not necessarily the case, but that is definitely what is being felt. So here we have resistance. Do not let yourself be crushed down. Do not let fear overpower you. That is going to be the worst thing. That is the worst thing. And we can do a meditation right now. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. And chant to yourself. Chant it like so a vibrational energy goes through your body. I release all fear, body, mind, and spirit. I release all fear, body, mind, and spirit. I release all fear, body, mind, and spirit. And just keep that rhythm going for as long as you need to. You can pause this video. You can, you can go and do that in meditation and never come back to the video, type of deal. But just releasing that fear. And I will do a meditation on releasing the fear if you want me to. Let me know in the comment box below. But this is going to be a time where we need to breathe. The exhale is the most important thing. The inhale isn't what calms us. It's the exhale that does. So here, when we're looking at our dream, we need to calm ourselves. We need to focus ourselves. We need to say, okay, what do I want? What do I love? And then we're going to see that we become very self-reflective because it's not about the outside world. It's about the inside world. It's about the universe within ourselves. And conclusions are within reach is reverse because we're doubting. We're like, well, they're not. I can't do this. And Spirit's like, oh, yes, you can. You're going to be surprised. Reflect. Look at yourself. Take the time, breathe out, and start seeing yourself. Seeing your dreams, seeing your desires, seeing what you desire in your life, and seeing what's sacredly important to you. We do not feel like a personal issue is reaching a resolution. We feel like we have to fight more, or we feel like we're not fitting in. But abundance is coming to us. Now, this is wealth, or what we value as much as money. That abundance is coming forward. But all the answers aren't going to come. There is a sense here of looking at, what do I desire? What do I need? What do I want? Who am I? How do I move forward? What is bounty to me? And then following that road of abundance. It might be that our 9-to-5 job is our 9-to-5 job, right? And we might not find it very fulfilling, but it pays the bills, it gets things done. We can have our family that can be fulfilling for us. We can have a hobby that can be fulfilling to us. We have pets, we can have friends, and then look at what abundance is. Like, where do you feel the most joyous, the most connected, the most alive within your world? And it brings us then to, what do you need to release? And that's reverse, because we were just starting to see that we need to release the fist, right? We were just starting to see that we need to loosen our energy. So we're resisting the, what do I need to release? And Spirit saying, will you? Like, the moon is asking you, will you release? Will you let yourself find your shadows in order to be able to shine? Because the new moon is not about shining. It's a time where we set our intentions. It's a time where we look within ourselves. It's a time where we slowly connect with what we love and what we want and who we are. And it brings us then to our confidence is our key to success. And it is. Hold your head up high. Believe in yourself. Focus with opening the third eye, but also focus with being blessed, energetically speaking. And let yourself move forward. Let yourself release the heartbreak, the pain, the disappointment that tried to crush you. And say, but I know who I am. And I know where I stand. It brings us then to a new romantic cycle begins. We're finding balance. We're assessing the situation. We need to stop always second guessing ourselves. We need to say, okay, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is where I'm headed. And this is how I'm moving forward. And that's that. And our new romantic cycle is us starting to fall in love with our lives again and starting to fall in love with ourselves. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which this is positivity. We need to be positive. I know, again, it sounds very Pollyanna. It sounds like, oh, everything's always blue skies and sunshine and wonderfulness. And Spirit is saying here, we know that that's not true, right? We know that there is harshness to this world. But if we look at the world in a sense of doom and gloom, we will keep on attracting doom and gloom. But if we start to focus on love, if we start to focus on peace, if we start to focus on joy, then we're calling that forward. And that's where we need to be right now. Because everybody's a little bit too sad, and everybody's a little bit too scared, and everybody's more than willing, energetically speaking, to fall down a hole. And we don't need to be there. We just don't need to be there. It moves us because it lets the lower energy, it lets it win. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, and that's rebirth. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. We are being reborn. And we need to see that within ourselves. That focus, that confidence is your key to success. The butterfly of focus coming forward in the butterfly of rebirth. We're releasing a lot of pain that defined us for too long, and we're starting to see ourselves. It brings us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that's the 10 of Pentacles. We are going to have a tendency during this year, now it is a dragon year, right? In the lunar new year, where we are going to look at others and say what they have, what makes them happy should make me happy. And I just need to have what they have, accumulate what they've accumulated, be just like them. And that's not true. What we have to be is the best Aquarius that we could possibly be, and let everything else go. And it's not going to be what we can buy next that will make us the happiness. It's going to be how we embrace our hearts, how we live in joy, how we find our blessings, our prosperity that makes us the happiest. It brings us then to our subconscious tarot message, and that's the 8 of Swords. We need to get out of our own head. We'll have a tendency subconsciously to have a little prison built in our mind. And it's like, that's where we need to stay. And that is absolutely not true. So please, please, please be mindful about this. Please set yourself free. Be mindful of where your thoughts wander to, and the hurt and the pain there. And it's time to say, no, I'm not trapped. I think I am because I'm blindfolded and the water is cold and scary. The emotions of it all are cold and scary. But I'm not trapped. I was just told I was. And now it's time for me to see. It brings us to our subconscious Luna message, which is discernment reverse. We're not being discerning with the energy that we're letting in that's affecting us. And then you are good enough. And you are. and that's reversed because we don't believe it. Here, release the negativity and know that you are good enough. Release the negativity, release the energy that has come in that is not serving you. Like, see it float like bubbles from your body, like mist, like smoke, like butterflies, and know that you are enough. Because we're thinking, I'll be enough when I. And Spirit's like, stop that. You are enough right now. Start to believe it. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. Your world will start to open. All right. All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this moon and of ourselves. And please know that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And have a blessed moon. Bye.